back on, what is this, episode number 3 for us?
Number 3.
Number 3, yeah. Those traits. We're going to talk about scaling today. What are some reasons behind why we scale? Why don't we give you some recommendations that we do as scaling options, and how to approach these workouts. So Chris, what's the reason behind scaling? What's that all about?
When we look at scaling, it's one of those things where we want a certain stimulus out of the workout. And the stimulus is just what we're looking for, how we want it to feel for each individual person. So scaling would make that hit the same for somebody that's been in CrossFit for a while, advanced, can do all the movements, and somebody that just started yesterday.
Sure.
So I'll take those athletes, they're doing the same workout, it's just going to look different. Maybe the rep scheme, the load, the time domain may look a little different based on who they are. And so scaling, if the workout is supposed to be a long grind, it's going to be a long grind for everybody. If it's supposed to be a quick hit, everybody should finish within about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't want somebody starting a workout and finishing in 5 minutes, and then somebody else finishing in 35. Yeah. So that's a totally different workout. So when we look at scaling, there's a lot of ways to manipulate that, but it's going to be based on each individual athlete.
I think we do a good job maybe as coaches setting up people for scaling. If you look at the whiteboard at the end of the day, or whatever scoring system you use, and everybody's times are within a minute or 2 of each other, I think then everybody probably got a very similar feel, unless they did it, but they kind of halfway did it. But I think generally, if you look at the scoreboard and most people are within that same time frame, we probably got the same stimulus, and I think scaling was accomplished, whether you had to scale up or scale down. So I think that's a good indicator of how we scale. I do think that we have issues about scaling. There's always the person who refuses to scale, and then they suffer from it. Or they think maybe not they refuse to do it, but they think that, I should be able to do this and I'll be okay. And then they're halfway in the workout, and they're spending more time than they are with the barbell.
Right.
And then you have the other person.
They know they can lift it a few times, but
Right.
when you're in the middle of that workout, it's a whole different story. You're breathing hard,
Yeah.
and the weight feels twice.
And then you got the other person who said, well, I don't want to lift heavy, and so instead of doing these 155 deadlifts, I'm going to do it with 75 pounds or something. And then they beat everybody by 6 minutes. It's like, did you really, well, I just do this. Okay, well, let's push you out of the comfort zone, and let's get you stop scaling so much and go back.
So it can go either way. Let's talk about that ego-driven one, the one where it's like, hey, I'm not going to scale. Like, I got a 315 deadlift, so I can do Diane, which would be deadlifts with 225.
Sure.
I can lift that load, right? But now you got to do it 21-15-9, kind of classic CrossFit rep scheme, combined with handstand push-ups. How's that load going to feel?
You're just going to get smashed in the face, right? And then you might get through 21, the deadlifts, and then get to the handstand push-ups and just be totally taxed. Your central nervous system will be done. You won't be able to do any handstand push-ups. And if you manage to get through them, you get back to the deadlift and you're pulling singles. Is that what we want for Diane? Do you want to have to get to a point where you have to pull singles at 225? I'd say no. And I made that mistake when I started in the garage, and I didn't have a coach, and I could see a workout. I didn't have any idea what a time domain goal was, and I'd say, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do it. And
how long it takes.
No matter how long it takes, or I'm going to quit. So I remember I did Eva workout, or Eva. It was Eva where you had to run 800 meters, 30 pull-ups, and 30 kettlebell swings with a 70. I did one round of that and was destroyed, and just couldn't continue to do that many pull-ups. I had no business doing that many pull-ups. I just kind of learned how to do kipping pull-ups, and really probably didn't have business swinging that 70-pound kettlebell. And so there was just many times that I look back now and look at these workouts and think, man, if I would have scaled and tried to hit these time domains fast, these workouts supposed to be sub 5, if they would have taken me sub 5 instead of 12, 15 minutes, where would I be now? Would I be much better? I think so. I think CrossFit has these specific workouts to hit these time domains so that we get these responses so that we get better across broad time over domain. But if we don't scale appropriately to get there, then it's going to hurt our fitness. And so scaling is meant for a specific purpose. If we miss the purpose, then I think we might miss the results.
Yeah,
and I missed it for a long time.
We'll hinder our fitness for sure. So that's why it's important to have some guidance.
Right.
The coach does the job of saying, hey, today I want you to do this, and this is the workout stimulus, this is what we want to achieve. So we'll manipulate those variables, like on the deadlifts. I want you to be able to do at least 777 in the 21 so that they're not pulling singles. So now maybe they can't handle that for that. Or maybe even at times, hey, I want you to go unbroken.
Right.
So you need to pick a weight that you can do 21 unbroken. And now that totally changes the stimulus. Sure. It's going to totally change the weight of what they would put on the bar. But that's what we're looking for. We want heavy and fast. Fast being relative to each individual, heavy, again, being relative to each individual. It's going to hit the right stimulus when they have to go with a load that they have to handle for 21 unbroken.
Right. We used to have a big logo on our wall when you walk in that said, please leave your ego at the door. So we tore that wall down.
Yeah.
Now it just says go.
Yeah.
Just the last word.
Well, there was the time when I changed ego to eggs, and then
I remember that.
it said, please leave your eggs at the door. I don't know why.
Yeah.
CrossFit Corsicana don't want your eggs, but they do.
Sounds like he's pranking his brother.
He got punked.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was
So
a good one.
Yep.
I'm not gonna high five you guys on that one. That was weird. But
So,
Where were we at?
so yeah, just like the ego-driven scaling, that's one of those things where that's going to hinder your fitness because you're taking a workout that's supposed to be fast, you're getting smashed and it's taking you forever. What about the person, like you said, that always scales?
Right.
That always scales too much and it's like, this is pretty good today.
right.
And it doesn't make much progress over time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're attacking this workout that's supposed to be that 15 to 20 minute grind, and they're finishing it in 9 minutes. It's like that should tell you something. You really should have gone heavier. Well, I can't lift that much. Obviously you can't. Like all these people are doing this. It's on you. Then as coach probably said, I've done it before. I've walked up and they're out on a run, and I go and I add 10-pound bumpers to their bar for their deadlifts. And they come in and pick it up and they don't even really notice until the end. Like, oh, that was heavier. Well, yeah, because I added 20 pounds to your bar, that you need to go ahead. So sometimes maybe on us, we feel like we need to go and help you with that.
Right.
But really, I think it's important for the clients to listen to the coach.
Yeah.
And say, this is what's going to be good for you. Try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll back it off a little bit, but let's get out of our comfort zone. I think that's something that's important for all scaling, whether you're having to scale down or scale up or just meet the expectation, is to get out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like it's not very comfortable as a male to come in and have to lift a less weight than a woman next to you. It's just not comfortable. But for you to get better, you cut the ego. Right?
Yeah. Well, and just as it's important for us to watch as coaches and then set that expectation and then act accordingly, the clients have to know themselves, know what
Sure.
they can do. That comes with tracking their workouts, tracking their loads. I have people all the time, what band do I use on the pull-ups? Like,
Write that down.
You know what? That's something you should know. You should
Last
get
time.
an idea. Yeah, we're trying to improve there. So if you had to do 30 pull-ups last time and you use this band, now today that you're doing 5 at a time, you probably don't need a heavy band on that. Go
Yeah.
lighter, challenge yourself there.
Get strong. Yeah.
So I think it's important to write your stuff down. Record every workout. So you can go back, look at it, record your lifts, know what your PRs are, and not just on big lifts, know what your PRs are on like a workout that is a girl workout. And then, hey, I did it with 85 pounds and a green band. So next time you can maybe do it with 95 pounds and a purple band or whatever it is. And that way hey, am I getting better or am I staying the same?
Yeah. So as long as you do that workout with the same weight, again, you can track your fitness as it improves, or you do it with heavier weight and you do it about the same time.
Still
That's
got
a
better.
great benchmark
Right.
way of saying, hey, I'm improving my fitness. And then all the while still continuing to climb.
Scaling allows that fitness curve to continue to project up. And I think that if we can just focus in, hey, what is the goal for the workout? What can I do? And what can I do to achieve that goal? We do look at every workout in that way and keep getting better, and you keep knowing yourself a little bit better, you're going to hit that goal, you're going to be able to do what you need to do, and you're going to get better every time.
Yeah.
So scaling up, scaling down, it's always important to approach each workout as its own and go from there.
Good.
We had a repeat workout just this past Monday, and I had everybody, whether they scaled we did back in August, whether they scaled the workout then, or whether they did RX, whatever it was, do exactly the same way. I know you might be stronger, but let's see if we can get you a little bit further into that AMRAP is what it was. And everybody improved, I mean, all the way across the board. And it's awesome to see that improvement.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Very cool.
So you got another stuff.
So what did we learn? Listen to your coach and write stuff down.
We punch in the phone, sugar what?
Yeah.
With Joey.
Box board.
But you can use a journal.
Box command, but I guess we're just plugging in software we use.
Woo! All right, go out there, guys, and raise the bar.
Raise the bar.
All the bars.
Scale if you need to.